like so. Basically, in like 2 to 3 minutes, we'll be able to see what your monthly payment's going to be. And if you're saving money, this makes sense. Then again, that's where we'll have to do that credit check, but we'll make sure you're saving some dough. Okay, close. So once you do that launch IHD, it's going to open up a couple other boxes. We're still not doing that credit check consent form, but what we will need to do, these buttons are going to open up. So the first thing is confirm sales price. Don't show the customer this, okay? You either have to do 11.5 or 11 cents per kilowatt. Don't go any lower than 11 because then we get screwed over. I try to keep it around 11, and that shows you what their monthly payment's going to be. Don't show them that yet, okay? And so I click submit. After I chose 11 cents a kilowatt, you're usually going to do 11 or 11.5. Okay, so I confirm sales price. That box is checked. Then right above that, I have to review the proposal with the customer. And really, I'm just showing them the design again, and then I'm going to click approve. I'm not asking them for their approval. So scroll down a little bit and just be like, so again, this is an initial proposal. Okay, so this is going to change a little bit. But the thing I really like to highlight here is this 6.4 kilowatt DC at the left. The reason that's big for you is because I don't really sell solar. It's either going to make sense for you and you're saving money or it's not. Most people, if they're saving money, they go solar. If they're not saving money, they don't. But what I do sell people on is if this makes sense for you and you're saving money and doesn't cost anything and you get to help the environment, it's going to make sense for other people to do it. So I want to sell you on the idea of let's have a great referral relationship. And the 6.4 kilowatts is how I pay out in referrals. So yours is a 6.4, the average system is about an 8 kilowatt system. But if your neighbors were to go solar and get the same size 6.4 kilowatt system as you, I'm gonna pay you $640, $100 per kilowatt. It's way more than anyone I know in the industry. A lot of my coworkers say I'm an idiot, but they wonder why I have so much business in referrals. Okay, so on an 8 kilowatt system, you get 800. We go up to 25 kilowatts. If your neighbor gets a 25 kilowatt system, that's $2,500 that I'm gonna come hand you once their system gets installed, not when they sign up, because again, you can cancel at any time between now and really the system getting installed, but you've got 3 weeks before you even sign that final design. So when your neighbor actually gets installed, that's when I get paid, and that's when it's a real deal. So that's when I come and hand you $2,500 cash. It hurts my heart, feels really good for your heart, and then you wanna give me more referrals, okay? But then I'll click approve, not really asking them for the approval. It takes a second to load. And then that's when, once you approve that proposal, it will open up this review monthly payment here in a second. Okay, and I'm just blowing through this, we're almost done. Loading, loading, loading. Okay. Sign interconnection docs is going to be after, we run credit. Credit check consent form, that's going to be after we review the monthly payment. Submit payment information, that's going to be after we review monthly payment. I'm emphasizing them the whole time again that if this makes sense and you're saving money, then we're going to run a credit check. And then if you get approved for credit, then we'll have to verify your bank account information, or we'll have to verify you've got an active bank account is the best way to say it. Because again, if in order to get this monthly payment number that we're going to see here in a minute, you've got to do an auto pay. If not, it's going to increase your monthly payment. What do you do?
No, nothing. I just stepped on the iPad, but yeah.
Come on, load, baby. Okay, so little stuff like this, if it takes more than another 15 seconds, because now I'm getting antsy because I know you got to leave.
Yeah, you good. I'm sure she's not gonna be going anywhere anyways. So.
Okay.
But I don't know if she would, but I know my cousin who also is a homeowner, she might be more interested in her, and I think she might be there today. So.
Okay, it opened up a review monthly payment. So then I'm like, okay, $65. So you're paying about $95. You're going to be saving some good money first year. Beautiful thing about this is your monthly payment will never go up for you or whoever lives in the home for 20 years. So you're just buying cheaper power, you or whoever lives in the home for 20 years, okay? And again, I'm going to cover with you, and I tell them this, all the main things that they're going to cover in that welcome call, so that they make sure that you understand, and I want to make sure you understand as well. So that's what I'm gonna cover here real quickly. So you got $65 payment that will never change, okay? As ComEd continues to go up, never goes away, you keep this low monthly payment. And again, then Vivint's gonna service, maintain, insure, so if anything ever happens, tornado, fire, whatever, panels break, Vivint has to cover the difference of that, or they have to buy the new equipment. And then they guarantee the energy production. So if your system ever produces less than what it's supposed to, they have to cut you a check for the difference. If you move during the 20 years, then this agreement just transfers over to the new homeowner. That's what most people are gonna do. You've also got the option to buy out the remainder of it and then sell the house for tremendously more value. Or in some cases, you can actually bring the system with you to your new home, okay? But that's gonna cost you money. You're not gonna wanna do that. You're gonna have to pay for the system you've taken off, put on the new house. Okay, but at the end of the 20 years, you've got three options. You can either take the panels off, go back to paying ComEd, probably double what you're paying now. You're paying $100 now, probably paying $200. That wouldn't make much sense. Second option is if you like the security of the fact that Vivint gives you a low monthly payment and they take care of everything and they guarantee the production, then you can say, let's do one more year. And you can renew the agreement for another year. You can make that option take that option each year. Third option is gonna make the most sense for most people though. For the same amount that you would have paid for another year's worth of payments, 12 payments of $65, you could pay that all at once. You're talking somewhere in like $750, $800 range. And then you pay that and you own the system, and then you don't pay anything for all the electricity coming from your panels for the next 25, 30 years. So that's when the savings, you're gonna save somewhere in the $15,000 to $20,000 ballpark between now and then, as you're still paying for the power from your panels, cheaper, but still paying for it. But then you're gonna be saving thousands every year. So just an amazing opportunity to lock in a lower payment and eventually pay nothing for your electricity. And then the only other thing that they emphasize in this phone call is that if you start to use additional energy, because again, we built your system based off your last 12 months of usage. If you get a Tesla, hot tub, pool, whatever, you start using a bunch more energy, any additional energy, as opposed to you paying 11 cents for all the energy coming from your solar panel system, you're gonna pay your regular 14.4 cents. So really that's what it breaks down to. As opposed to paying 14.4 cents, you're paying 11 cents for all the energy from your solar. That's where that, again, 30% or so comes in. But you're gonna just pay 14.4 cents for any extra that you use, okay? So what we need to do then is we need to do a credit check on either you or your wife. Is there one of you guys you'd rather do a credit check on? And then at that point, they look at each other, they say, do you want to do it on you or do you want to do it on me? You're not giving them a yes or a no question. You're not asking for the sale. You're giving them an option. Who are we running credit on? It's that simple. They say who it is, and then you click this credit check consent form box, and then you say, okay, what's the last four of your social? Type them in, bang, you're starting the process. Then there's sometimes this like, slightly like they're looking at each other like, are we for sure doing this? Sometimes they say it out loud, sometimes they don't. Usually they'll be like, yeah, I mean, let's at least start the process, you know? And then I put in their social security, last four of their social. Sometimes it asks for the birthday. And then from there, it'll open up this qualify at the top. I go in there, I click this qualify button, and then it either turns green or turns red. Once it turns green, then I go in, I do sign interconnection docs. Our back end does this, but you need to fill something in. So I just type in like my name for the name, save. It just needs to be selected. And then once you've qualified them, it'll open up this sign agreement. You can either do sign agreement or submit payment information first. At that point, I'll be like, okay, can you go grab like a blank check or your bank account information online so we can put in your routing number and account number. You click that, you go manual input, you put in their information. Account number twice, routing number once, click submit. Then you can click sign agreement. It'll ask you a couple questions. It'll open up a few different boxes. I'll explain which one to select. That agreement then gets sent to me via email. I sign it, then it gets sent to them. They sign it. And then it opens up the ability to do the welcome call. We call the number. You should have the number saved in your phone. Do the welcome call. Boom. Once you're done with that, then we go into our calendar. We go to our site survey calendar, and we schedule our site survey, and then we're ready to roll. Okay. So that is going through Neo completely from A to Z. We'll have to do another one of these in the home where they're actually signing up. Okay. So.